Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, Professor Caragea suggested to have my speech in English. I guess that everyone will understand. Okay. And it will take exactly 7 minutes and 20 seconds. So I'll be talking about the President Nazarbayev plan for security and cooperation, a solution to the globalization failures. What can you say? 100 years ago, globalization seems to be a wonderful dream, a long-awaited dream by billions of people as a symbol of human society development toward justice, equality, and well-being. And all these are coming after decades and centuries of suffering and injustice. But 2 decades ago, the mankind discovered with astonishment and worry that the global village, if you remember Macron, is not a quiet place. There is no justice or well-being. So we discovered that the different components of the global society are not expanding in harmony, but at different pace, generating major dysfunctionalities and at the same time having perverted effects and unpredictable consequences. All the nations of the world, in cooperation with important transnational companies, were engaged in huge efforts quantifiable in intelligence, work, and financial resources, in building global communication networks for transportation of energy and other natural resources, infrastructure networks on air, sea, and land. And all these networks are able to connect people, to carry people and goods everywhere in the world in due time and at a reasonable cost. One perverted and somehow unexpected effect of this chaotic global development is the fact that all these remarkable achievements of mankind are used almost for free by the new and by the old criminal networks, getting huge amounts of money from trafficking human beings, prostitution, drugs, guns, and smuggling illegal merchandise. The national, regional, and international organizations dealing with cooperation and security seem to be the most affected by these global changes. Traditionally, they had the role of maintaining peace and stability over large geographical areas. The fast development of world society, the globalization and the dynamic redistribution over a short period of time of the centers of power clearly underline the necessity of change in the role of these organizations, and they are fast adapting to the demands and consequences of an accelerating globalization process. In this context, the initiative of President Nazarbayev to create a Euro-Asian platform of cooperation and security is very attractive and actual. This proposition also presents an updated image of the global and regional situation, an analysis of the risks jeopardizing the world economic stability. This proposition is presented into an extremely realistic form, taking into account the fact that there already are many organizations at the national, regional, and international level functioning in this area of activity. All these organizations will be able to improve their activity by a strong cooperation within the platform. The new paradigm proposed by President Nazarbayev takes into account all the specific activities of these organizations in close interaction with the global changes during the last decade, and also determining major changes in the strategies of the organizations for cooperation and security. As an example, United Nations Organization, the Supreme Forum for dialogue and action of the 198 member nations became a huge hierarchical structure where traditionally pile up to suffocation all the important problems to be solved by dialogue and cooperation, problems belonging to all the nations of the world. To all these, we witness the new problems to be solved in the context of regional and international globalization effects. Even the initial and well-defined role of the Security Council for information, fast analysis, decision, and reaction, along with coherent action, seems to be under scrutiny, reflecting general need for re-evaluation and redefinition. NATO, an organization which proved many times its expertise and experience under a situation that threatened the security of the European continent and of the entire world, NATO now feels trapped within its own frontiers, apparently without the possibility of expanding its jurisdiction over planetary areas with real problems of security and stability. A final remark about the wise form of implementation of the Eurasia platform of cooperation and security. The implementation of this project is proposed to be in a form of a common platform, which is a network-type paradigm, meaning that there will be no supreme entity for coordination and control in the classical sense of hierarchical structures. There will be communication, information exchange, and possibly a coherent decision and action at the level of the entire network, generating efficiency and flexibility. All the organizational entities invited to be part of this platform will be equally the beneficiaries of the cooperation's result, with the possibility of sharing their knowledge and expertise within the new mechanism meant to solve some of the unwanted and unhappy consequences of the globalization